Hey everyone, I'm Sydney and welcome to my channel. Today I will be reviewing what I picked up from the Fenty Beauty Holiday 2018 collection. I picked up the palette last year. This was the Galaxy collection that she put out this time about last year, and it's definitely very different because this palette, if we're being honest, I wasn't a huge fan of. So I wanted to check out this year's because it definitely intrigued me. I picked up two things from the collection. I picked up the Kilowatt Foil. This is like the highlighting palette, freestyle highlighter palette. This was $54 at Sephora. And then I picked up, this is like the eye and lip set. And this is in the shade like Frost Bunny. And this was $39. So before we get into the video, if you could please click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos if you aren't already subscribed. And then also check out my Instagram. It is linked in the description box below. So I'm just gonna do some swatches, play around with it, and then give you guys my final thoughts. I wanna start off with swatching these products because I haven't touched them yet. This is the Kilowatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter Palette. I love the look of this packaging. It's really nice. This is what the palette looks like. If you guys are familiar with the actual highlights, they look like this. So it's kind of just like a big version of their normal highlight, like the little octagon. Yeah, it's an octagon. Beautiful packaging. It is cardboard, so it's not like plastic or anything. So that's something to consider, just because I don't know how protected this palette would be if you were to take it, you know, traveling. It's not the same as the smaller highlighters, it's cardboard. Magnetic, and you have this really nice big mirror. The mirror is very nice, and then you have the 7 highlighters, and there are names on the back. This orange color right here and this like red color seem more like shimmers compared to the other ones, which look very glittery. Now it's time for some swatches. Candle Ice. One's purpley. It comes off a little bit more gray. This is Sub-Zero. Heartburn. Cop and Ice. Ooh, it's Honey Slope. This is Chills. This is that blue. This is very pretty. Stone Cold. Ooh. So this is the whole highlighter palette swatch. Also picked up, these are like the Frost Bunny. Is that what it's called? The metallic eye and lip crayon 3-piece set. So I love the packaging on this because I think it's adorable. So it slides out like this, and then you have this little box, and you get 3 sticks inside. And I think that they had like 3 different sets in total. So there's 2 other besides this, and they all have different colors in it. I love this little, how this is like magnetic and opens. There's also a mirror in there, but I mean, it's not like I'm going to, you know, do a whole face of makeup using this mirror. So I like how it's metallic and like kind of mirrored at the end. Then at my Sephora, they also had the lipsticks as part of the collection. I think it was like 2 different 3-piece sets, but I just didn't pick any up. This one is Banana Frost. Parka Princess. This is like a copper pink. It's Guava Mint, and this one's more bronze. So you basically have like a gold, a copper, and a bronze. So now let's dip into this and create a look out of using these products. One thing to remember, and I'm sure it's pretty obvious when you look at this palette, is that there are not any matte shades. And that's fine, you don't need a matte shade, but it is kind of hard to come up with like a look on your eyes just using that palette. So I will be using my Baked Browns from Dose of Colors, just like to put something down in the crease. I'm going to go into Honey Slope, which was that brownish red color first, since that is the darkest color in the palette, and I'm going to just press this down on like the outer half of my eye first. Having a hard time building the shade up. All right, so I'm going to just blend that out a bit. Managed to blend that color out, and now I'm going to go into the orange shade, which is, what's the name of this again? Heartburn. I'm going to just blend that out. Now I want to take one of the cream sticks, and this is Guava Mint, and I want to put this on the inner half of my eyelid so that it brightens everything up and it gives the shade that I'm going to put on my lid something to stick to. This is like so weird. I'm not seeing it on my eyelid at all. Can you see this? Like, look. It's like not going onto my eyelid at all. Nothing happens when I put it on my eyelid. You need to like warm it up a little bit, but I don't know. I used to always use cream shadow sticks, especially back in like 2011, 2012 when I really like first started getting into makeup, and the NYX jumbo sticks were like the thing to have. And even in college, I used to use the Marc Jacobs ones on the inner corner a lot. I see a little bit if I do it with my finger. Whew, that's still pretty bad. I'm not liking that so far. I'm going to go into, first with the dry brush, the Copper Ice color, and just put this all over our lid. The shade's really nice. This is a dry brush, and this is insane. Blend everything together again. It does get a little bit chunky, but it's really not bad. Take some of that dark color that I had in the crease originally, Honey Slope, and put that on my lower lash line. I want to take that center color, Stone Cold, and use it in my inner corner. I don't know how well it's going to match, but I really want to use it. This looks really nice in the inner corner. Chills, this color right here, which does have like blue reflex, so it might not really, I don't know, we're just going to go for it and put it on right underneath the brow bone. I don't know, it kind of leaves like a white tint on my skin, and I'm pretty fair, so I'm going to just put on some liner and mascara, and I'll be right back to do the rest of my face. Now I want to try another one of these eye and lip crayons. I want to try to use this as a blush. It definitely worked better warmed up, so I'm probably gonna like put it on the back of my hand. I don't even know the best way to do this. And then dip my wet beauty blender in it. I mean, I can go right on the beauty blender too, but let's try that. I don't know about these. No, nothing's really happening. All right, I'm gonna try it on my lips now. Maybe that'll work. It actually shows up on my lips, so that's the only place it's actually showed up so far. It's definitely like very frosty. I don't know, I feel like it accentuates the lines of my lips a lot. Definitely not loving those. I was originally gonna use this white one because, I don't know, I thought it would be like a good face highlight. Like obviously this blue wouldn't work on my skin tone as a highlight, but that kind of like left a white shadow under my brow bone, so that might be too light for me, and I'm pretty light. So we're gonna just dip into the one in the middle, which is the one I'm like loving. It's my favorite one. I hope it's not too dark though for me, but we're gonna find out. Oh my god, it's really, really glittery. Ugh. Oh, just blend it out a little bit. Here's how everything turned out. First of all, I wanna go over the prices because that definitely is affecting my opinions. This set for 3 is $39, and they didn't even show up on my eyes or my cheeks. Like, usually the good thing about this type of product is that it is so versatile and you can use it however you want, but you can't do that if they don't show up. So this is, first of all, it's so overpriced. This is a NYX one, and these ones are amazing. If you're in need for a cream shadow or some sort of stick, get a NYX one. They're literally like $3, and there's a lot more product in here. 1.4 grams, and one of these is 5 grams, and like so much cheaper. So these are totally not worth the money. They're bad. It's not even like it's like, they're good, they're just kind of expensive. Like, no, these are not good. It's like clinging on to like dry patches. And one of the things that I personally don't like about holiday kits is like, these are, I believe, Rihanna's like first eye and lip like cream product kind of deal, and they're only available in these kits, which are sold in 3s. So like, if you don't like all the colors and you really want one, you've got to buy a 3-pack, which like, I don't know, I personally just don't like that. Highlighting palette, this is actually nice. It is $54, which I think is a little bit pricey because the packaging is pretty, but it's just like not like expensive feeling, because I do think $54 for a palette that has 7 shades is expensive. Like, this is advertised as a highlighting palette, which I get, they're all shimmers, but I don't think there's one person that will be able to use every single shade in here as a highlight. So it is important that they, you know, can work for other purposes as well. This shade is probably the best shade in here. This is amazing, performs so great. I tried all the shades except these two. I really like the middle shade as well. I think that the ones with like the glitter and the shimmer were better than like these two, like than the not as glittery shades, because they're not matte, but they're like a sheen. So this like red and orange were okay. Like, I didn't think they were anything amazing. Like, I'm sure that you all have better in your collection. This one's really great though. This one's really cool too. I honestly am not really super in love with it on my face. Like, I like it in the inner corner and I think it looks gorgeous for that, but on my face there's just so much glitter. And then this color, like I said, I'm super pale, and if it was kind of like too light for me, that doesn't really happen a lot. So I feel like a lot of people, it just like kind of leaves that white cast. It might be too light for on your face. It's like probably better like on your inner corner or on your eye, but it is a pretty sheer color, so it's surprising. This one pulled a little gray on my skin tone, but I haven't tried it on my face yet. So is this palette worth it? I think it's good. I don't think it's like that practical, and for the price there's really not that much in here. I like how it's unique and it's different, and it definitely like challenges you to use this, but I almost would rather have more shades in smaller pans, because there's just, you know, not a lot of shades here, and like I said, you're not going to be able to use all of them for a highlighter. So I think it would almost be like more beneficial to make it like an eyeshadow palette, because these formulas are nice and I think that they did well on my eyes. So I don't hate it like at all. I just think it's expensive and there's not a lot of product. So I mean, if you're like a huge Fenty fan or a huge fan of Rihanna or something, then I say like, get it. It's not bad. It's good. It's just expensive, and just remember there's only 7 shades in here. Those were my thoughts on the Fenty Holiday 2018 collection. I hope that you guys found this video helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to click the thumbs up and subscribe, and until next time guys, see you later.